Hey, I want to record this video because I see so many UGC creators who look like they're absolutely crushing it on the outside, thousands of views, millions of views, hundreds of thousands of views, hit an invisible ceiling, okay? Because they don't even know that that ceiling even exists, okay? Most of them think that the goal is to get so many views, get more brand deals, start selling $47 PDFs, $19 PDFs, how to pitch PDFs and everything like that. And if they're doing that, they build themselves a high stress, low paying job, okay? Because the math actually looks like this. Let's do some rough math here, okay? If you sell 100 PDFs at $47, how much are you making? $4,700, right? If you sell 5 clients at $2,000, how much are you making? You're making $10,000, okay? And the thing is, you're gonna work 10 times harder to fulfill for these guys than you're gonna do fulfilling for these guys. Okay, right now you're basically trading 100% of your time for 20% of the uh, potential profits. Okay, and the problem is when you sell a copy pasted PDF course calls for less than $1,000, and most times it's less than $100, you're telling your audience my knowledge is only worth that amount of money. If it's $89 an hour, my knowledge is only worth $89 an hour. My knowledge is only worth $140 an hour. Okay, that, or pounds in that case. And well, what happens is your audience members will go ahead and see other UGC creators selling the exact same thing for cheaper, and they'll just think, I'm gonna just go with her, okay? I'm gonna just go with him, okay? Why? Because they all look the same. They're all on link trees and stand stores, okay? You're a commodity in the market, okay? They all look like this. Basically, they all look like this. Yours probably looks like this. And the result is one good month followed by 2 bad months. Okay, you might have one month where you had a very crazy video reel that popped off. You got a lot of sales, but it's not consistent. Okay, that's the issue. Okay, you're getting the attention, and this is what's happening. Viral reel, like I said, hundreds of comments, people DMing you, asking you how you got the brand deal, how you got a brand to pay you $1,000, how you got this and that, and all you can do is send them a link to your stand store. Okay, then tomorrow you have to start all over again, and that's only because you don't have a way to build deep trust with your audience. You can only sell the cheap stuff. Okay, and that's why you're working 10 times harder to sell 100 units of low ticket products than you would to sign 5 clients at $5,000. If these people come and DM you, you have a conversion mechanism in place to send them to uh, trust asset, and send them to a high converting funnel. You'd probably make a lot of money, help a lot of people, and work less. Okay, one of them is a side hustle, and the other is a high-ticket education business. The reason you aren't selling this expensive mentorship is because your audience. It's not because your audience doesn't have the money. Sorry, they have the money. People have the money. Somebody would sell their car uh, if you prove yourself that you would give them a return on investment. Somebody will sell their car to pay you. Okay, and you're not confident that you can sell something with that amount of money. They're not confident that they can get a return on investment from you. So that's why you don't end up selling anything for that amount of money. You end up being in a hamster wheel. Okay, so how do you build that confidence? This is where YouTube long form changes everything. The trust asset I was talking about. Okay, I want to show you an example here of Tran UGC. I don't know why this picture is blurry, but she has a school community where people pay $77 a month to be in her community, and there's about 1,500 people in that community. Let me show it to you. Here's the community, and as you can see, it's about 1,000 people, not 1,500 people. And there's also a upgrade, $3,500 upgrade that has about 10 people there. Okay, so what happens is people watch her reels or her Instagram, TikToks, her short form content, and they get led to either the school community or one of her YouTube videos. Okay, and these are both trust building assets. And in this case, I want to focus on the free one. Okay, when you go to a YouTube video, it's basically consultation, okay? And somebody you're gonna see the reel from Instagram, then you're gonna go to her YouTube videos, and she actually is gonna solve your problem, okay? The problem that you would pay the initial $47 for, okay? And that makes the dynamic to completely change, and that's how she's able to sell people on a $3,500 offer. On she's able to make $77,000 a month from a low ticket community, and she is not any other UGC creator. She's an authority in this space, and you probably know her. And this is probably why. This is the main reason why. Okay, and in this case, you bridge the gap between a viral view and a high ticket buyer who wants your specific roadmap, not just another generic PDF. Okay, there's a Google study that happened that they basically came to the conclusion that somebody needs to consume 7 hours of your content over 11 touch points across 4 different locations: emails, YouTube, Instagram, and everything. And the biggest one was YouTube, okay? Before trusting a brand enough to make a purchase, because on YouTube you can compress that into one sitting, okay? On Instagram, how many videos would somebody have to watch for them to watch an hour of your content? A lot of videos, okay? On YouTube, you can make one video for an hour long one video. And why does it take this long? Because people need to trust you before they spend any money with you. People rarely buy from watching a 30-second reel, but they buy from watching a couple of your long form videos, by spending time with you. Okay, why? Because of the trust with you, because they know, like, and trust you. Okay, so how do you convert people after they've consumed your short form content, your long form content? They've consumed all those hours of content and they're now ready to buy. Instead of hoping people click on the link in your bio and buy your cheap course, imagine if you had a system like this, okay? People will go from your short form content to your YouTube videos, then to a landing page with your core offer. Okay, and I don't want to go into what an offer is here, but they go to a landing page with your core offer that solves one problem, not mindset, not UGC guides, not how to pitch, one core problem. An example is how to get your first 5 brand deals in the next 60 days without spending any money or spending like 2 hours a day on that. Okay, without an objection that they may have. In short, that's an example of an offer. Okay, and after they consume or a video of you explaining what your offer is, how you change your life, how you went through that process, some social proof. They go through an application process. Then after that, we install a backend process so that you can only talk to the most qualified serious buyers. Okay, you only need to talk to 3 to 5 of the most serious qualified buyers every week for you to make at least $10,000 a month. Okay, you don't want to speak to everybody. You don't want to waste your time. You want to work on this for as minimal time as possible and make the most money. Okay, you've already done the hard part, building the audience. Okay, you just don't have the engine, which is this, the engine to capture the real value of the audience to basically enable you to spend less time, make more money, and have a good life. Okay. Right now I have one question though. Are you making more money from brand deals or from your own products? And let's say your audience trusted you enough to buy the $2,000 mentorship. Do you have a system in place that would be able to sell it consistently? I want you to think about that and yeah, book a call,